He came in the room and he told me to undress. And so I said over my mother's dead body, "You part of me, you my life, you came out of me. How can you want to make sex with me?" So she said, "He'll kill me if I don't." And then I started screaming. And the boy next door, he said, "Hey, Kurt, what's wrong with you? It's your mother."
Auntie Veronica, when she went to the police station, they said to her she's got no blue marks on her. So they don't believe what she's telling them. So they actually told her, "You come here half dead and we'll take up the matter." When I phoned them to come and have this guy taken away from the flat, they told me there's no van.
This government has a commitment, I think, in terms of the legislation. They've put in place lots of legislation that speaks specifically to violence against women. And then we also have our constitution, which provides the enabling framework for this legislation. I think in relation to policy, there's a lot of work that has been done by the Department of Justice. They've put together a gender policy framework, and that policy framework speaks specifically to violence against women. So there are the institutional frameworks in terms of the legislation and the policy.
I ran down to the police station one morning at 3 a.m. when my husband beated me up. And when I got to the police station, I opened a charge against him. And the guy said to me, the policeman told me, "I can arrest your husband, but it's going to be in exchange for sex."
The loopholes in terms of implementing violence against women are specifically located in relation to the issue of not having money to provide training for police so that they can understand the law and they can implement it effectively. I think also there's a lot of loopholes in terms of the administration of justice, for example, the issues around courts where the court personnel don't actually understand the law. So if a woman comes and wants to apply for an interdict, they don't understand, in terms of what forms need to be filled out, what's the proper procedure. So I think those are the loopholes. I think also on the side of, the people who are to benefit, the loophole is in the fact that they don't know that there are these laws in place.
They're so rude to you, and that's what happened to me. The policeman almost smashed the table in half the way he kicked me out of the station, like a dog. "Go, get out, Witzek." They don't want to help you, and they treat you like dogs.
Secondary victimization means the lack of investigation, the lack of proper follow-through, the lack of providing witnesses, with protection, the lack of getting information from victims in terms of strengthening the case, the inadequate training that is given to police, which makes them insensitive to rape survivors. And I think also just generally, both, not just the police, but the magistrate, the prosecutor, the interpreters.
We have to take responsibility of ourselves because we don't get help from the justice system. Because most of the cases, the dockets go missing.
A special police team is investigating the brutal abduction, torture and rape of a 24-year-old woman. Fearing for her safety, she's been moved to an undisclosed location. Gauteng MEC for Health and Safety paid her a visit before she was relocated.
Wednesday, just before midnight, this woman was rushed into hospital fighting for her life. Her body neared decay, she had been raped, severely beaten, and her body badly bent, then dumped. She had been abducted and held hostage at an informal settlement near Bezedonhout Valley for 2 days. No arrests have been made, but a special investigative team has been set up. The team is to report directly to Provincial Commissioner Shama Maharaj.
We have to make sure then that we do not allow such barbaric acts actually being orchestrated in such a peaceful and democratic country that we have. We do have laws.
It
was Wednesday, and I told my boyfriend that I no longer wanted to be in a relationship with him. He didn't say anything in response. He just got up and left. Then on Friday he came back with some others and they took me from my home to a car. I was so scared. I didn't know what I had done. I tried asking questions, but none of them replied. They put me in the boot of the car and took me to a wooded area. And they tied my hands and began raping me. When they stopped raping me, they started hitting me with bottles.
They was talking and
They were talking, laughing and drinking. They were also smoking something, but I don't know what it was. They hit me and hit me. I don't remember much of what happened next, because I became unconscious. I didn't regain consciousness until I woke up in hospital 7 days later.
They cut me here.
They cut me here, but I don't know what with, a knife or something. They did hit me here with something, because here there was a deep hole. I didn't have a nose, and I didn't have a mouth. The hospital took flesh from here and made me a new nose and mouth. They cut these 3 fingers and my toes.
Now when she goes to hospital, you see, they've given her a pass out so that she can come home to visit. My heart is very painful, because if the culprits see her again, they'll kill her. They're in Johannesburg, at Park Station.
It's time to get involved, each and every one of us. It is time that if the neighbours beat each other up, to go there and say, stop it. You're not going to allow this to happen. If there's a rape, to report it. And if the criminal justice system is victim-friendly, we won't have a problem. There's a lot of police officers that's not trained. Professionalism to me means that the woman is not victimized again, that she's happy with whoever she talks to in the criminal justice system. She's happy with the investigation officer. She's happy that she gets regular feedback from the investigation officer. She's happy that her case is not being postponed and postponed and postponed. She's happy that she gets a conviction. She shouldn't be unhappy about anything in the criminal justice system.
They come the first time?
The police came.
The first time I was in
when I was in hospital. And they told me that they had found one of the guys. But they haven't taken me to identify him. That was the last time I heard from them. I haven't heard from them since. They don't come or anything. I'm angry with them because they don't seem to be doing their work. They should have caught all those guys last year. I'm sure they're just sitting there doing nothing.